Welcome back, Steve Griffith, with part of our leadership series. Today I'm very excited because in the last session we talked about energy recovery in terms of managing energy, not time, and we focused on the meditation as a very easy, simple technique to learn to put into your daily routine to recover energy. Today I want to welcome Tegan Wallace, who's part of our team and of course is responsible for the wellness component outside the meditation. So that's to do with diet, nutrition, exercise. So in all our programs, this is a very important part of the program, as is the meditation. So Tegan, if I was to say to you, all right, now you coach and run seminars every week, we put through thousands of people through our programs, what would be the 3 pillars that you would focus on with energy management, or really not managing time, but managing energy to improve leaders' ability to really be a high-performance leader?
Yeah, it's like you mentioned before. So when you're looking at health from all sort of diseases, prevention, energy, it's really from a holistic point of view. So encompassing mind, body and spirit as well. And the 3 pillars to creating optimal health, energy is, as you mentioned, sleep, diet, nutrition and exercise.
All right, great. So let's start with sleep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, everyone complains about sleep.
Yeah.
Is that what you find?
Yeah. Insomnia is so common.
Yeah, so insomnia is a real problem. And so with your experience, when people wake up in the morning, how do they really feel? Do they feel really charged? Or?
Most people want to hit snooze about 10 times.
Yeah, okay. So when we talk about sleep, then we're talking about the quality and depth of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so tell us a little bit about how you can create great sleep.
Yeah. Well, the purpose of sleep is really to repair and to rejuvenate the body. So it's essential to really get good quality of sleep and get good duration of sleep. So a lot of people are staying up too late. First of all, you know, they really like going to bed late, or they're working too late, or they're having a big meal, or all these things which really impacting their quality of sleep. So actually starting to get to bed a bit earlier is the key. And we have a saying from this holistic perspective is early to bed, early to rise. Mm-hmm. So starting to wind down a few hours before you want to go to bed is the key. So
a few hours?
A few hours, yeah. So a lot of people have, you know, insomnia is not just not sleeping, it's the inability to get to sleep. So maybe your mind's racing, your body's restless.
So what would be some of the things, like how many hours of sleep does a person really need?
That again varies to the individual. So at least 7 to 8 hours is what people function optimally
Okay.
on. Yeah, ideally.
And so what about the time of sleep?
So ideally we say 10 o'clock is a really great time to go to bed, and that's because the body's healing and repairing mechanisms are actually kicked in from the hours of 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Right. So if you're asleep during those hours, then you get more of this sort of natural detoxification and natural rejuvenation. So the quality of sleep is a lot more powerful, so you wake up feeling more refreshed and more energized. So again, starting to shift those hours of early to bed and early to rise.
So we covered sleep, okay? I'm getting to bed earlier, I'm turning technology off, or whatever it is that I need to do to slow the mind down. Or is it true that, you know, and I know that when I meditate in the afternoon, or a lot of people that learn to meditate, that they sleep better. There's research on insomnia. Have you found that?
Definitely. Yep. In clinical practice, those that learn to meditate and start to incorporate a meditation in the afternoon just sleep so much more deeply. Again, it sort of switches off that mind or slows down that activity of the nervous system. So you're not lying there restless or with that overactive mind that's preventing you from getting that deep, refreshing sleep.
Great. Tick. Sleep, we got covered. So we've got meditation and sleep as a big recovery tool. Okay, nutrition and diet. Mm-hmm. What's that all about?
Oh, look, there's so much in terms of energy we could say, but the 2 most simple tips that a lot of people can start implementing into their diet is to, first of all, minimise the intake of sugar.
Sugar.
White refined sugar, yes. And drink more water.
Oh, really? Okay.
It sounds so simple, but these 2 things
so
really
what's the deal with sugar?
Sugar.
I mean, most people go for sugar to get energy.
They do, yes.
Glucose.
And it does. It gives you this hit. So basically all sugar and refined carbohydrates, so white bread, pastas, biscuits, cakes, all these things break down, all bad. They break down to basically glucose, which is our body's main sort of energy source. So our muscles, our mind, they feed off sugar. We do need sugar to function, but when we have it in its refined and concentrated source, it really spikes our blood sugar. So that gives us this really high energy bar, so we can be active for only a short period of time, and then we crash. twice
Right.
as hard.
So a lot of people crash in the afternoon around they hit a wall, 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Everyone that we talk to in our programs and your coaching, they hit a wall.
Yeah.
And they're looking for what? Coffee,
sugar, reach for the Tim
sweets,
Tams,
whatever. Not good?
Not good, great. Not at all, because, that's a natural drop in the circadian rhythm. So we naturally feel quite fatigued then. We do want something sweet. We do want some energy input this time of afternoon. So it's better to have, but not sugar, not refined sugar. So maybe like, a fresh piece of fruit, or some dried fruit would be quite good. Or maybe like a cup of tea with some honey or something like that. So something that's more naturally sweet is quite good to have in the afternoon.
Right.
But if we do reach for the coffee, we do reach for the refined sugary products, then it just really makes our blood sugar levels spike and fall, and that's what sort of weakens our energy system overall.
Okay, so trying to give up sugar is a big one.
It's a big one.
Right, okay. Let's talk about, you mentioned really hydration.
Hydration, yeah.
Which everyone knows, but
Yeah.
is everyone doing it?
No, so many people don't drink enough water. So
Right. How much is enough?
Again, it comes down to the individual, but at least 1 to 2 litres per day.
How many, 1 or 2 litres, how many cups or sort of
The
glasses?
best hydration is to try and drink 1 cup of water every hour.
1 cup of water every hour?
Yep, ideally for proper hydration.
Not 24 cups, but
Yeah,
like
just one
8.
while you're awake. Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So, in the office we should have our water bottle. Or
Yeah, get a water bottle or a jug, keep it on your desk.
Yep.
Yeah, drink lots of tea. So coffee and tea, black tea, actually dehydrate the system. So for every cup of coffee, you lose about a cup of water.
Okay.
And every cup of black tea, you lose about half a cup. So
if you're a big coffee drinker,
you
you're
need
in
to
trouble.
drink extra water. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
And basically, hydration and water, it just makes everything flow a lot better. It nourishes our brain, nourishes our nervous system.
Yeah.
It balances
what
our
percentage
energy.
of the body is water?
About 80%.
Right.
Yeah,
so
roughly.
it needs a lot of
Needs a
filling
lot of
up.
water. It does. It does.
We're running on empty.
Running on empty.
All right,
yeah.
good. So what we've probably got here is if we can add meditation, we can add these tips, then we're going to have a lot of energy, and we're going to be optimally performing at what we refer to as high performance, which is not just lots of energy and running around, but positivity and calmness together. This ability to operate above the line, which we've talked about in the whole series. Positive thinking, solution-minded, feeling great, really being more calm inside, being present, having that energy sounds good, doesn't it? So I think all of us would like that. And so lifestyle changes, really adopting new techniques like meditation to produce mindfulness. This is all part of being a high-performance leader. Not only a leader, we're all leading our own life, we're leading our families, we're leading ourselves, so we don't have to be a leader to be leading ourselves. We just need to understand that leading ourselves is an important part of really creating a great life. Tegan, as always, it's been a pleasure.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.